Hey, I'm Bruce and I'm back. Been a while since I put some content up, so I'm going to be trying to get more content up here on the old YouTube channel. Cold December day, getting ready for Christmas here in New Hampshire. Figured I'd come down, do a quick video, talk about my latest bass project, and have a pint of Guinness while I'm at it. It's always a good day for that. So this bass here, a quick backstory to this bass. I was in college in the 80s, and summer of 86, I came home from school with the intention of buying a bass guitar, teaching myself how to play bass. I had a lot of friends who played guitar, and they were all interested in starting up a band. They didn't have a bass player, so I said, well, I'll be a bass player. They'll put me in demand. And I'll join a band, and I'll play bass, and I'll get the girls and all that good stuff that goes along with it. So I went home that summer up in Portland, Maine, went to Buck Dancer's Choice, music shop up there. Did a couple of used basses up on the wall. Picked up a Squier P bass, 1983, made in Japan, Squier P bass. At the time, it was just the kind of a budget version of the Fender P bass. So I picked that up with a hard case. I think I paid $250 for it. Taught myself how to play bass, and that was my first foray into the world of bass guitar. So I regrettably sold the bass some years after that. I sold a bunch of music gear, sold a guitar I regret selling. So I no longer had that bass, and obviously the value on those went up quite a bit as they became pretty desirable basses to have. The Japanese factories were putting out, the Fujigen factory, they were putting out great instruments. They always had in Japan, whether it was the Japanese Squiers. Ibanez was just killing it in the 70s with their Japanese instruments. Anyways, fast forward to this year, back about a month or so, and I'm doing my old Facebook marketplace search, looking for stuff. You never know what you'll find. And I find someone in Concord selling a 1983 Squier precision bass. Not the same bass I had, but the same year, same model, this bass right here. It was pretty dinged up. It needed some work. This pickup was falling off because the screws were stripped. There was no bushing in here. That was messed up. A bunch of dings on the body. Nothing wrong with the playability, but just a little bit beat up. But those are battle scars to be expected. Previous owner had put EMG active pickups in it, which I don't feel right putting those in a classic looking P bass. And it had an original Leo Kwan Badass bridge on it. The original Badass, not the 2, but the Badass. I guess Badass 1. So I had a Leo Kwan Badass bridge on it, which was pretty cool, kind of a bonus. I sold the bridge on this particular guitar. That bridge was super fat. I took the neck off, and there was a shim in here in the neck pocket, like the thickness of a popsicle stick. So I sold the bridge. I sold the active pickups, pulled those out and sold them, kind of bring my overall cost down to really not a lot on this bass. I bought some screws, I got some bushings, I bought a new pick guard, and yes, as is always the case, the pick guard holes don't line up. That's Murphy's Law of pick guard screw holes. They don't line up. So I got new pickups, these little $20 Alnico pickups off of Amazon. I was hesitant to spend the money on really nice pickups until I was sure the neck was going to be playable. That's always the concern on old guitars. Is the truss rod going to work? Are the frets, do you have enough fret left on here? The frets look pretty good on this. I got it, bought it, took it home, took the neck off, got a screwdriver. It's got the neck pocket adjustment down here as opposed to the head adjustment. Gave it a turn, loosened it, tightened it. It seemed to work. I kind of eyeballed a straightness with put a little back bow in it, so with the strings on it, hopefully get the right relief on it. Kind of eyeballed that. Anyways, put it together. Got the pickups. All replaced all the wiring. Replaced the pots. Had to get new pots because the active pickups had 25K pots and not 250K pots, so that wouldn't have worked out too good with these pickups. So all the guts got swapped out. I had an old Squier bridge lying around from my vintage modified that I stuck on here. Strung it up, and I checked my neck relief, and I had just eyeballed that perfectly. Perfect neck relief. no fret buzz, got the action set up on it. Super, super playable bass. My intention was to buy it, fix it up, and flip it. But it's just, I got some sentimental attachment to it now because this was my first bass guitar, essentially. Even down to the torch-shell pickguard, which I swapped out from the factory white. So, near replica of the guitar I sold 20 whatever years ago that was. Super playable. Just wanted to share it with you. These are great guitars. If you have a chance to pick up one of these Japanese Squiers, they're excellent. I got a deal on this one because a little banged up, needed some work. After I sold these parts and got all the new parts on, I'm into this bass as it sits now for about $130. And I do like value, and that's some serious value right there. Anyway, so I just want to put this up, put this video up, tell you the story on this really, really cool bass, which is now not for sale. I'm going to keep this one for a while. Pretty happy with it. Plays just great. Great P bass tone, even with those $20 pickups. I'll probably swap them out. I'll probably get some Fender 62s or something like that. Maybe some quarter pounders. I haven't decided what I'm going to put in there. The Seymour Duncans. Those are a little expensive, but I'm into it. I'm not even into this bass. That would put me in at about $200. Even if I got the some nice Seymour Duncans in there. So still a great value, even if I do splurge on the pickups for it. So that's it. That's all I wanted to do with this little video. I'll have some more content up over the holidays. Have yourself a Merry Christmas to you and yours, and we'll talk soon. Cheers.